What? What is this? Pathetic.
She's so fat, she's so gross, she will never find love.
Pathetic.
The only one who can love this woman is the good Lord up above, proud and pathetic. She will never change, she will always stay the same. Pathetic and insane.
Pathetic.
Very scary, he don't carry.
Damn, I'm jet lagged.
Pathetic.
Hello, little gherkins. It's been a few days. To be honest, I just got annoyed with Flobby Bobby and needed to take some time to not even look at her face. I don't think we missed much. Gaming and eating seems to be about it. So I'm just going to jump right back in with the newest upload of her eating sushi. Let's get into it.
Alright, so I'm having sushi today. One, two, three.
I love sushi, and there's no way I could eat 3 entire rolls without feeling sick. It also annoys the hell out of me that she can't get her table set up before recording, or at minimum edit this shit out. Nobody wants to see you struggling to breathe while you frantically rip bags open. Chantal.
Oh, they gave me soy sauce, but I have a cup of light soy sauce, which I don't like, so good. I bought it when I was trying to be super healthy. Anyway, I like the full salt one. Too bad. Alright. Not that I'm not trying to be healthy, but you know what I mean.
Yes, we know exactly what you mean. You bought it in the 15 minutes it took you to cycle back to not giving a shit about your weight, diabetes, or life.
Okay, so this is my favorite sushi. Because they don't use like nori seaweed. They use like a soy wrap. Probably not even totally sushi. Everything is fried and has hot sauce drizzled on. But you know. Alright, so let's set this up and let's get to business here. Let's talk some stuff. Let's talk some smack. No, I'm kidding. I'm not talking smack. I'm trying to be a nice human being, so I think a lot of you should try to do the same.
Chantal, you have spent the last 24 hours losing your mind on your community tab. You've never been genuinely nice in your entire life. Shut up.
Let's do a nice human being challenge. No, I don't want to be nice, right? A lot of you are going to say that because it's cool to be mean. Maybe when you're 16. But when you're an adult or a grandma, there's some mean grandmas online, I'm telling you. It's just cooler to be nice, okay?
Chantal, I dare you to go a full week without calling anyone a name, talking about their kids, or any of your other usual insults. Let's see how long you can actually make it without doing the exact same thing, if not worse than what you complain about others doing.
This is crispy crab and something else.
Tell us you're doing absolutely nothing to heal your relationship with food without telling us.
This is shrimp, fried tempura shrimp with cucumber and carrot. So I wanted to something was on my mind when I think of sushi. It reminds me of the sushi place I used to go to with a really close friend of mine.
Oh, good. Another story about a person that wants nothing to do with you from 20 years ago.
It was like, we would go there pretty often. It was like an all-you-can-eat sushi place where I'm from.
Of course it was all you can eat. I bet they regretted that business model. I hope they have financially recovered since you left the country.
They didn't have only sushi. It was like maybe $27. And they would give you a menu. And you write down the items you want, and it's unlimited, all you can eat. Okay? I would usually start off with like tempura shrimp. It's like deep fried shrimp. Hash browns, stuff like that. Then you can order noodles, sushi, baked mussels with cheese on top.
Are we really sitting here watching her eat sushi while she reminisces about how much food she used to eat at an all-you-can-eat buffet?
By the way, yes, I'm still injured, but the show must go on. Anyways.
I see even after my break, she's still giving health updates even though she's no longer talking about her health. What just popped up on her phone to elicit that reaction? Why not cut that out? She wanted us to speculate.
So, I used to go with this really close friend of mine that I've known for a long time. And, like, people always ask me, like, do you have friends?
No, she doesn't.
And I realized that a lot of friends I used to hang out with before I had a YouTube, or, I mean, at the beginning when I had a YouTube, I still hung around with them, but my friends in Canada, I don't really talk to anymore. Maybe like one or two on, like, WhatsApp.
Oh, I can't wait to hear about how this is because of them. And definitely not Chantal being the common denominator.
And I realized just how isolating being on YouTube can be. Like, for me, in my case, being a YouTuber can be. I think around the time that, a couple years ago, around the time that I was going through, like, deep addiction and just, like, being in an abusive relationship and everything.
Oh, now we're blaming your time with Nader for why you don't have friends. Chantal, you didn't have friends before that. The only friend you lost during the Nader era was Shannon.
I kind of started isolating, like, more and more, and I think just grew. It's not that I necessarily am not friends with them. Nothing happened. We didn't fall out. It's just that I just became so consumed with YouTube, and I think that for them, like, I think even one friend admitted to me, like, it was kind of awkward for them that, like, because they would, like, see, like, for example, I think like this one friend tried not to watch my channel because for her it was kind of awkward, you know, like, it was like she felt like she was invading my privacy just by watching it, because I wouldn't even talk about these things to my friends. You know, I've said that before. I don't like unloading on people in my real life. When I would go out with my friends, I just wanted to have fun, eat sushi, go to a movie, go to the mall, talk about anything else. I mean, whenever I was working in an office, we would always just gossip about our work or whatever, you know? But at one point, my channel just became very dark, and I talked about everything with online with you guys, and I didn't want to talk more about it to my friends, you know?
I don't believe for a second that Chantal literally ever doesn't talk about herself. Chantal talks about very few things. Herself, food, and Dick. That's it.
I don't know. It's just a totally different vibe in real life friends, you know? And we just grew apart. Like, I don't know if that had a lot to do with it, but I think it did have something to do with it because, and a lot of, you know, those people, it's not like I had a ton of friends anyway. I had like maybe two really good friends that I don't talk to anymore.
Well, we clearly know one of those is Rena. Out of all your years on YouTube, I can remember very few friends. Pete's, Shannon, Rena, and that's about it.
I don't know. I haven't heard their side of it, maybe a little bit, but I know for some friends, for some of them, it was like, they were also kind of, they saw how like people would, you know, trolls or people would like invade my real life and try to ruin it and stuff. And they were kind of like afraid of that, you know?
So you're talking about two former friends that you claim to have not heard their side to, why they don't speak to you anymore, but then also claim some of them told you it's because of trolls. Sure, Chantal, this is definitely adding up.
If a friend is not going to want to talk to me just because I'm going through tough things and stuff like this, then they're not real friends. But I don't feel like I was a real friend either because, like, I didn't do anything really much to maintain the relationships, you know? I get like relationship maintenance burnout.
Because you're not interested in having a friend unless they can do something for you. Pete's got to stick around because he put the villa in his name. You're not interested in friends. You're interested in men. That's all you've ever cared about.
Thus, you grow further and further apart. I think it just started with the time in between connecting with them would go further and further apart. And thus, in that way, it can be isolating, you know, because like, I don't have a normal life.
I agree. You do not have a normal life. None of this since the minute you shit yourself eating early morning lobster. Mac and cheese has been normal.
When you're on social media and you're controversial, you don't have a normal life. And they're totally, you know, have normal lives. Um, I don't know. I think at just some point, I really don't know.
You could have saved a lot of time between bites by just saying people didn't want to be friends with the train wreck sharing every aspect of her life on the internet with zero shame.
I know this looks like a lot of sushi, but I don't find sushi filling at all. I find it's like one of those foods you could just eat and eat and not get full. I don't know why. I get full eating rice, but not when it's in sushi form.
Because you're a glutton.
With mental illness, you don't have the emotional, like the energy at all, sometimes, to talk to anybody, you know? So the people I do have in my life now understand that.
You've literally spent the last almost decade never shutting up. I don't think that was the problem.
I cannot have needy friends. But friendships do need work. Like any relationship. You have to put in. And I have nothing to give right now.
You literally are the needy friend and you don't do any work ever.
And I miss those dinner dates. But at this point, if we got together again, it would be so... There's just so much that's happened in my life online since then. I wouldn't even know where to start. Actually, in real life with my friends, I'm a good listener. I don't like to even talk about myself. The person I used to go out with for sushi, I would look forward to them talking about themselves to get my mind off my own problems. And she had a way of storytelling. She's a writer, actually, so she has a very good storytelling ability. And she would talk. Sometimes we would go out and just go out for dinner and then go to a cafe and just talk. She would talk for hours. And I would never get bored of listening to her. Never. Because she was so interesting the way she would tell her view on something, you know? That's the difference between a good storyteller and somebody who's just boring. Like,
Excuse me, what the hell was that noise? I completely forgot everything she just said because I'm pretty sure her stomach just tried to jump off a cliff.
one piece left and I feel like I've eaten nothing. I swear, I don't know, it's so weird. But I know I have, so I'm just gonna eat this, give it time. I think too I would isolate myself from these. I didn't want to talk about anything. There was so much drama in my life, I didn't want to talk about it. With them, I think it would be awkward. I don't know. But for some reason, we grew apart. The more I was on YouTube, and a lot of that's my fault. It's probably 50-50. Takes two to tango in relationships. Friendships are relationships. Friendships, romantic relationships, whatever. You know? So. And I think it's because a lot of things I would open up to you guys about, like the TMIs, are things I never really talked about with my real life friends. A lot of things. Some things yes, some things no. Especially how I'm deeply feeling about something. I just always found it easier to do that on camera. It's so weird. Than face to face with someone. I guess it's just like people being anonymous online and saying what they want. You know, people feel comfortable coming here calling me a fat piece of crap. They would never say that to my face. Maybe some people would, but yeah.
I think a good majority of the people online would say the exact same things to your face, because they know who you really are as a person. I can easily name 10 people right now that would rock your shit on sight.
And I'm going to be doing a video talking about another important topic I want to talk about soon. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably be out tomorrow.
The important topic more than likely revolves around food. Anyway, she started this video talking about being kind, and we're going to end it by showing her community tabs where she's already not doing that. She's spending her morning, yes morning, because this all started at about 9 a.m. Tuesday morning in Kuwait, typing out a book about how we are all idiots for discussing her husband not being home at 2 a.m., and then addressing an unhinged email she got. I'm sure there will be more soon, so I'll see you later, little gherkins.
Pathetic.
She's so fat, she's so gross, she will never find love.
Pathetic.
The only one who could love this woman is the good Lord.